Hello class, we are going to continue our talk about number lines that we did last week, and we're also going to include our greater than and less than with our number lines, okay? So the first thing that we need to remember is with number lines, the first thing we should draw is what? Our line, right? So I'm going to draw a line, and at the end of my line always goes an arrow and an arrow, right? So I'm going to draw an arrow on either side because our number line can continue forever and ever and ever on both sides. Forever, okay? And then what you need to add next are tick marks. So they look like tally marks, but each tick mark equals a place value or represents a number. So I am going to do, my tick marks are going to be in the hundreds this time. Okay, so we start at 0, and then I'm going to write 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. And you want them as evenly spaced as you can get them. So that means you want the same amount of space in between each one. Okay? So we have some numbers, and we talked a little bit about this last time. If I want to mark down the number 125, but I don't see it on here, can I still mark it down? I can, right? I just need to use the numbers that I have to help me find where it goes. So if I had the number 125, I'm just going to write that at the bottom. I know that it'll go in between two numbers. So I need to look at my hundreds place and think, what place value will this go after? It will go after 100, right? Because we have a 1 and a 1 in our hundreds place, but our 2 is greater than 0. So we know it goes in between our 100. But does it quite reach 200? Not quite, right? Because we're still in the hundreds. So we need to think about where 125 would go. And when you're marking down, you kind of have to guess where it'll go, right? So I know 125 is not going to go close to 200, right? I know that it's going to go a little bit closer to 100. So I'm going to mark my 125 right here. Okay? So even if a number is not on our number line, we can still find a place for it. So now I want to pose a problem to you, and you'll help me figure it out, okay? Our problem is that Alex's family drove 210 miles during vacation. Mateo's family drove 350 miles. Whose family drove a greater distance? So what are we trying to figure out? What are we trying to solve? We are trying to find out who drove farther. Did Alex drive farther or did Mateo drive farther? So I'm going to write down, ready? Alex drove 210 miles and Mateo drove 350 miles. Okay, notice how when I was saying my numbers, I didn't say the word and, right? I just said 350. Okay, so now we need to figure out where these numbers can go on our number line because I don't see the number 210 and I don't see the number 350. So we need to figure out where these are going to go. So let's just look at Alex's to start with. If he drove 210 miles, I need to think about where is that going to go. Let's look at our hundreds place. So we know that 210 needs to go after the number, what? 200, right? Because I have 2 in my hundreds place, I have a 0 in my tens place here, and my 1 in my tens place is greater. So I know this goes after. Should it go after 300? No, right? Because I only have a 2 in my hundreds place. And we know that there are, so if we think about there are 10 tens in 100, so that means I could have 10 little dashes or 10 ticks throughout here. So I need to think, will 210 be closer to the 200 or closer to 300? It'll be closer to 200, right? Because if we add 10 to 200, we get our number, 210. So I'm going to draw a little dash mark right here. I'm going to write 210, or you can write an A for Alex. Then I need to figure out where 350 goes. Will 350 go after 200? Yeah. Will it go after 300? What do you think? Take a look at our hundreds place. Yes, it will go after 300, right? If they have the same number in our hundreds place, it'll go to the right of that number. We know that there's a 5 in our tens place. 350. Half of 100 is what? 50. So this one is a little bit easier because our number goes right smack dab in the middle of 300 and 400. Because 50, and I'm going to write an M for Mateo, 300 goes right in the middle. Okay, so now we need to look for 0. Where is 0 on our number line? 0 is our starting number. So 0 is on the left side of our number line. So to find our answer of who drove further, we need to think about what number is farthest from our 0, from our starting point. And we're not just talking any number, we're talking number that we wrote down, right? So Alex or Mateo. So out of our possibilities, sorry about that, out of our possibilities, which number is further? Mateo's number at 350 is further, right? So what does that mean if his number is further? What does it mean when his number is further from 0? I want you to think about that for a second. It means that 350 has a greater value, or it means we have to count more to get to that number. So it's greater, because if we start at 0, it's going to take us a longer time to count to 350 than it does for us to count to 210. So we know that Mateo drove further. We can also think of it like this. When we're on a number line, just like in our hundreds chart, if we are going to the right, our numbers are getting bigger, right? So they went from 100, 200, 300, 400. It's getting greater each time. If I go to the left, my numbers are getting smaller. So it's like counting backwards, okay? So you can think when we're looking for the largest number, we're looking for the furthest tick that we marked. So I would say Mateo's is the greater number, right? So now I want us to think of this with symbols. So I'm going to erase my board. So our numbers were, I'm going to write them down, 210 and 350. I want us to use our greater than, less than, or equal symbol to figure it out and to say it correctly. So we know that 350 is greater than 210. So we want our alligator to eat 350, right? So I'm going to draw my alligator. There he is. So I know that 350 is greater than 210. But we want to read the problem or say this problem just like we read, right? We read left to right. So I'm going to say, instead of saying 350 is greater than 210, I'm starting with my first number. So the number that's on the left. So I will say 210 is less than 350. Okay, so 210 is less than, I'm going to write that, there we go, it's less than 350. But what if I flop it this way, ready? So I know that my greater number is on this side, so I'm going to make my alligator face that way, right? Because he always wants to eat the bigger number. So now I can see, and I'm going to write, this is 350 is greater than 210, right? So we always start by reading the number that's on the left. Okay? So are these the same? Do these equations equal the same thing? They do, right? Because 210 is less than 350, and 350 is greater than 210. And our last symbol that we use, even if we're not using it with this problem, is our equal sign, right? So that means if they are the exact same. So if I said Alex decided to drive 140 more miles, so 210, I'm going to write this really small, plus 140 becomes 350, right? So then I could write 350 equals 350 because it's the exact same. We have the same hundreds place, the same tens place, and the same ones place. So you are going to be working in your Indiana Success book today on pages 20 and 21. These are very similar to the problems we just did, or the problem that we just did, but I am also going to create a video where I go through page 19 with you, and I will also go through number 1 on page 20 with you, and I will have you do the rest on your own. Okay, so we will be using our number line, and we will be working with greater than, less than, and equal to. Okay?